Hello guys, welcome to our next video on Navigation View. I'm Annie from Smartherd. In the last video, we had learnt about implementing the navigation view with item list only. In this video, we will be learning about grouping our navigation view menu items and how to implement the grouping of these items. Let us switch to Android Studio and start implementing our codes. The only thing we need to change here is the menu XML file and implement that in the activity main.xml. In the resource folder, in the menu directory, I have created the menu item group.xml. These are the menu items that we already had in the menu items only.xml. The only thing I have changed here is I have put them inside a group tag. This is the group tag having the ID of group 1 and I have set its checkable behavior as single. This checkable behavior as single will accept only one item from the group to be checked. This checkable behavior can be all or none or single. For all items can be checked, and for none, no items can be checked. But here I have defined it single so that only one item from this group can be checked. And for each item, I have defined the attribute as checkable for true. You can optimize the code here by putting this Android checkable equal to true in the group attribute. I'll leave that up to you to do it yourself to optimize the code. Now this is the group.xml file that I have created for grouping of menu items. In the second group, the ID of the group is group 2 and same way all the 4 attributes are same as for the group 1. And then there is group 3 and then there is group 4. Now in our activity main.xml file, let us change this menu to menu items grouped. Now let us run our application and see what happens. Here is our application up and running. Now let us see what happens when we click this burger menu for navigation view. And here it is. Our menu items are grouped and is separated by this line. This is what we call as grouped menu items. This is the navigation view in which the menu items are grouped and it behaves in the same manner in which the menu items that were not grouped were behaving. The only thing we have changed here is the menu that is inflated for the navigation view in the activity main.xml. All of the codes remain the same. Now let us create a new menu for menu items that is grouped along with the header and run our application and see what happens. For the menu items grouped with headers, so here I have created a new menu XML file with name as menu items with header.xml, and in this XML file I have defined the menu items which will be having the headers. So how it is, let us see. Since we had 4 groups, we have the 4 headers. In the first one, I have defined the menu inside the item tag, and inside the menu tag we have the items for the menu. So we can say this is the root menu. Inside the root menu we have 4 items. Each item represents a group, and inside this item we have a menu. Inside the menu we have items which is again the menus inside the header. For each item in the parent menu we have ID and the title. The ID I have given it simply as navigation item 1 and I have given the title as social media for the first group of items. So the social media is the first group of items, and inside this item again we have the menu. Inside the menu we have items for the social media. We can see Here is the Facebook with same old 4 properties: ID, the checkable property as true, the icon and the title. These are the items for the social media that we have defined. Similarly, in the next grouped menu item, we again have the human body organs. Here we have the heart, the liver, the lungs and so on. For the next grouped menu item, we have the sports, inside which we have various sports which are good for body. Yoga is my favorite. Next, we have the e-commerce as the grouped item. Bag, cart, product, receipt and shop. Now, let us change the menu that will be inflated in the activity main.xml. Let us change it to menu items with headers. We are good to go. Let us run our application and see what happens. And here is our application up and running with the navigation view for grouped items with header. Let us see what happens now. And here it is. We are getting the headers for each of the groups of the menu items. We see social media has its own menu item. The human body has its own menu item. Sports and e-commerce have their own respective menu items. So this is the application that we were looking for, which had the menu items with header. On clicking this, we have the toast message and the checkable as true. On clicking this, we have the toast message, checkable as true, and only one menu item is checked at a time for each group. This is the checkable behavior that we had set in the attribute for the menu items. So this is it for the navigation view. We learnt about the items grouped, the items only and the items with header menu items. This is one of the most interesting features that we are provided by Android Material Design Support Library to make our menus more easier and look good. That's all for this video. Stay tuned for the upcoming videos with more interesting stuffs. Thank you and have a good day.